Welcome to Baarlo in the southern part of Holland for the heavy-duty hairy monster stock car Formula One, the big boys of the stock car racing circuit in World Championship action. And here is the first race, and before the World Championship action, it's the Claes Memorial Trophy race. He was the former owner and builder of this long track, this 1 kilometre, 1,000 metre circuit here in the south of Holland. It has a hard surface, and this race is run annually in his memory. We have drivers here from all over Europe, from Holland and Germany predominantly. There's a strong Great British contingent. We have one woman driver, Sabina Road. She is number 31. We'll watch for her because she really is a flyer. That's the starter car, the red sports job in front. He'll get out of the way and let him go just a moment or two, and he'll move pretty quickly because there's an awful lot of hard tonnage of big-time cars. They are custom built, they are reinforced. He's out of the way, and we watch down the inside. They're making a very, very early break. It's Wim Schut, and he is number 30, and he's dodged down the inside there. He came from a long way back and certainly built up the revs. They have what? 600 horsepower, 6,000 revs per minute, and he seemed to have them all on then, and he's got into the lead there, moved into a very, very swift early lead. Car number 30, Wim Schut, really getting his old trotter down there and getting away, and there, look at the lead already he's built up. And we look down the inside, 31, there's the lady driver, and that, we remind you, is Sabina Road. Now, she is a German, 27 years old. She lives in Dorsten in West Germany, and she's been driving for 8 years, number 31, and she's in here with all the hunky-chunky men, and she's more than holding her own. There is the gap up front. Schut is leading. There is Sabine, number 31, second in the European Championships last year. She owns an Alfa Romeo garage, so you could say she really is a lady of motors. Immaculately produced car as the field go roaring by. You get some idea of the speed that these cars are going, and as we have that head-on shot, they do come flashing through. They growl and roar and snarl, these motors. There's the leader. You can see the lady driver there, 31. Sabine is up into second place. After that, well, there's Pete Faulding is in the pack. He's from Britain, so is Pete Harrison. Ron Kroonder, watch for him, 217. He's another Flying Dutchman. And there is the leader again. Having a look at this track, it is a big one. It's by stock car standards, it's pretty big in European terms. 1,000 meters. It's a hard surface. It was purposely built to have this discipline of motorsport on. You can see them snaking and jockeying down the straight here. We remind you that this first race is over 15 laps around this circuit. The crowd, it's a big one. They love this form of motorsport. 30,000 is the figure they are saying. They're dotted right around the perimeter fencing. And just looking at the circuit again, in Britain and more particularly across Europe, the circuits tend to be smaller. The more the 400 metre speedway type circuits, many of them with a loose surface. And there you can see Schut going through, and there's the second place. That's the leader, 30 and 31. Those are the cars to watch for. This is a real fast one, and it seems they're very well mannered, these drivers. They are the top grade drivers in Europe, and they're very well mannered. There's not a lot of contact. It is a contact form. They can nudge and push and shove and buffet their rivals out of the way, but they are behaving themselves like gentlemen and one lady, and that lady is Sabina Road, and she is up there right on the exhaust pipe of Wim Schut. There she is, making sure he is aware of her presence. Car number 30 leads it, and Sabina Road is trying to cleave a passage down as they go through the back markers. A reminder, it's 15 laps. They're getting on towards midway through now. It really is a form of racing where you've got to get the line right. It's not just a question of blasting around. Now you can see there was one of the back markers blasting around, and he seems to be losing exhaust fumes. In fact, he was burning rubber. That was his rear tires. There's a little bit of a bump there, we noticed, as they came through. The suspension, a little bit of a bump coming to that top corner as they go down the inside. They really build up their revs down the straights, and the secret is don't go roaring and broadsiding around the corners, because you can then lose momentum. You've got to try and get that smooth line. And Sabina Rode there over those bumps, and that must really shake her tights up a bit as she goes over there, but she's doing more than well. She's going through there, number 37. She's passed, that's one of the spare drivers. There's a yellow flag out. It's difficult to really watch the action around this big circuit. So far, though, no spectacular accidents. It's been a smooth, stylish race with Wimshut making an early move. There are the two leaders, and Sabina Rode right on the exhaust pipe. And after that, well, they're jockeying for position again. The Brits are in there. Pete Faulding, he is the twice world champion. He's number 35. We'll watch for him down in the placings. But it is the Europeans here that are showing the Brits the way home. Stock car racing, of course, originating in America and was brought to Britain and to Europe in the mid-1950s. It still has a very strong following right across the continent, and in Britain, where there are several tracks, although it has to be said in Britain, the Formula One, this form of racing, not maybe quite so popular as the bangers and hot rods and destruction derbies. The British fans tend to like at a bit more knockabout, and there you can see another driver burning rubber as Sabina Rode cleaves and carves her way through the traffic. Still in second place, there's no change in the order, and well, just duck as they come by. They are roaring. It's the battle up front. There's only a car length between the pair of them. Again, the burning rear tyre. That's really not a good sign. It means the wheels are slightly broadside on. Here's Sabine. She is right, waiting to pounce. If Wimshut, who made his strategic move right at the start of this Jack Claes Memorial race over 15 laps here in Baarlo, South Holland, he made his move early. Sabina Rode came through the pack. We are down to the final lap. So if Sabine is going to make her move, and she may well go in hard, and you can see 33 Pete Faulding has come up into the scenario as well, and he's not that far behind. He's had to work hard. Number 33, Peter Faulding, twice world champion, comes from Sheffield, where of course a famous speedway stadium there at Aylerton. So he'll know his way around tracks and big tracks as they level up, coming down over the line, and it's just Wimshut holding on. Sabina Rode is second, Pete Faulding is third. Another Brit, Pete Harrison, number 22, seemed to get up into fourth place, but there is the winning car, and they're cooling down the Iron Horse. Just look at the chunky size of that motor. And there is Sabina Rode. Well, she drove a very brave and bold race and kept after the winner, and that was Wimshut, and he really made his big dive and effort at the start. There she is, getting a round of applause from the crowd, because they love this gallant girl from just across the border in West Germany.
Ik denk een uitstekende prestatie.
And here is our Dutch college just asking Wimshut, the winner, who's saying that he made his move at the start. Watch him down the inside. There he is. He said, well, I took my life in my hands down there and tried to rush past the field. I got across. I've got my wheels in line for the corner. And after that, well, they all had to chase me. He's obviously delighted with his performance and the way the car kept going, and that really beautiful trophy, the Jack Claes Memorial Race, in honour of the guy who built this track and a pioneer of stock car racing in Holland and in Europe. There's the two in front. You can see there wasn't much more than a car distance for most of those 12 laps between Wim and Sabina Rode. Well, have a look at the result. There it is. You can see Wimshut wins it from the Netherlands. Sabina Rode in second place. Two Brits, Peter Faulding and Peter Harrison. Ron Kroonder from the Netherlands crept up into fifth place. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back with more Formula One stocks.